News emerging from the Middle East has taken the world by storm, with reports that Iran has successfully intercepted and shot down 30 Israeli fighter jets in response to an attack linked to Gaza bombings. This dramatic escalation has raised serious questions about the balance of military power in the region, the effectiveness of advanced defense systems, and how Iran managed to achieve what many would consider an extraordinary feat against one of the most sophisticated air forces in the world. To understand how this event unfolded, we need to break down the military features, performance aspects, and unique design elements that allowed Iran to claim such a powerful response against Israel's aerial operations. Israel has long been considered to have one of the most advanced air forces in the Middle East, built primarily around American-made aircraft like the F-16 F-35, and more recently, the fifth-generation F-35 stealth fighter. These jets are supported by advanced avionics, radar systems, and precision-guided weaponry, making them formidable tools for conducting air. In previous operations, Israel has often been able to penetrate enemy airspace with little resistance, relying on speed, stealth, and technological superiority. Yet in this case, Iran's defenses appear to have functioned in ways that challenge this long-standing assumption, highlighting both preparation and innovation. The backbone of Iran's defensive capability lies in its multi-layered air defense systems, a mix of imported and domestically produced platforms. Among the most notable is the Bavar 373, Iran's indigenous long-range air defense system, which the country often compares to the Russian S-400. Designed to track and engage multiple aerial targets simultaneously. The Bavar 373 features phased-array radars, mobile launchers, and advanced missile interceptors capable of striking high-speed targets at significant ranges. Alongside this, Iran also operates the Russian-built S-300 system, which provides additional coverage and redundancy. These systems together form a formidable shield, especially when networked with radar stations, electronic warfare tools, and surface-to-air missile batteries stationed strategically across the country. In this reported interception of 30 Israeli jets, Iran appears to have coordinated these systems with remarkable precision. Instead of relying on a single system, Iranian forces likely created overlapping zones of coverage that trapped Israeli aircraft in a lethal web of radar detection and missile fire. By layering defense systems of different ranges and capabilities, Iran increases its chances of engaging stealth fighters, low-flying jets, and even cruise missiles. Analysts point out that in modern warfare, it is not just about having one powerful system, but integrating many into a cohesive shield. And Iran has invested heavily in this kind of integration. Performance aspects also highlight Iran's increasing proficiency in electronic warfare and cyber interference. It has long been rumored that Iranian forces can jam radar signals, disrupt communication links, and even mislead navigation systems. If this capability was deployed during the engagement, Israeli pilots may have faced not only surface-to-air missiles, but also electronic fog of war, which can cause confusion, reduce effectiveness, and create deadly vulnerabilities in otherwise advanced aircraft. Such tactics would represent a major leap in Iran's operational readiness, and explain how such a large number of jets could be neutralized in one coordinated effort. Drones also played a likely supporting role in this interception. Iran's drone program has become one of the most significant elements of its military design, producing UAVs capable of reconnaissance, targeting, and even attack missions. In the context of defending against an air raid, drones can act as flying eyes in the sky, relaying real-time data to air defense commanders and helping to track enemy movements. Some Iranian drones are even fitted with electronic warfare payloads, meaning they could contribute to radar jamming or communications disruption. By combining unmanned systems with missile batteries and radar stations, Iran creates a hybrid defense that leverages both manned and unmanned assets. Another unique element is the underground infrastructure that Iran has built over decades, known as missile cities or fortified bases. These networks allow the rapid deployment of surface-to-air missiles without being easily destroyed in a first strike. By hiding launchers in tunnels, bunkers, or underground silos, Iranian forces can wait until the right moment to strike, reducing the risk of preemptive Israeli destruction. This resilience is critical in sustaining defenses against multiple waves of air. In the reported shootdown of 30 Israeli aircraft, it is possible that some of these hidden assets were activated, catching the attackers off guard. From Israel's perspective, losing such a number of jets would represent not only a tactical setback, but also a major psychological and strategic blow. Israeli fighter jets have long been symbols of power projection, and their use in Gaza bombings has been central to Israel's military approach. To see dozens of them intercepted in one confrontation signals that adversaries now possess tools to challenge Israeli air dominance. This fundamentally shifts the balance, suggesting that air campaigns once thought to be relatively low risk could now come at a devastating cost. Such a change forces military planners to rethink strategies, adapt to new threats, and question the assumption of invincibility in contested airspace. One of the unique selling points of Iran's success lies in its ability to leverage domestic innovation under sanctions. Isolated from Western arms markets, Iran has been forced to build much of its military technology at home. Critics often dismiss these systems as inferior copies of Russian or Chinese designs, yet their actual battlefield performance tells a different story. By combining foreign inspiration with local ingenuity, Iran has crafted systems uniquely adapted to its geography and adversaries. The desert terrain, mountainous borders, and urban centers of Iran require flexible, mobile, and durable defenses, and its weapons reflect that reality. Shooting down 30 aircraft is not only a demonstration of technology, but also proof of doctrine showing that Iran's strategy of resilience and layered defense can bear fruit. Performance aspects of missile technology also deserve close attention. Modern air defense interceptors must be able to reach extreme altitudes, high speeds, and maneuver rapidly to catch agile fighter jets. Iran claims that its Bavar 373 interceptors can reach targets over 200 kilometers away, tracking stealth aircraft with advanced radars that operate on multiple frequency bands. The fact that Israeli jets, which often rely on stealth coatings or electronic countermeasures, were reportedly downed, suggests that Iran's radars were effective in cutting through these defenses. If true, this would mark a significant advancement in radar technology, giving Iran tools to counter even the most modern aircraft in Israel's arsenal. Beyond the technical, the symbolic value of this event cannot be overstated. For years, Iran has positioned itself as a defender of Palestinians, and by intercepting jets involved in Gaza bombing campaigns, it reinforces that narrative. This portrayal is not only for domestic consumption, but also for allies and sympathizers across the Middle East. Groups like Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis view Iran's military successes as proof of a shared resistance against Israel and its Western backers. The downing of 30 jets becomes not just a military victory, but also a rallying cry for a wider ideological struggle, strengthening Iran's influence in the region. Another angle is the psychological warfare at play. By publicizing the interception, Iran projects confidence and sends a deterrent message to its adversaries. This is part of a long-standing strategy where the perception of power can be just as important as actual battlefield results. Even if some details remain disputed, the claim itself forces Israel and the US to evaluate risks more carefully. Deterrence is about convincing opponents that the costs of attack will outweigh the benefits, and nothing illustrates that point better than images of burning wreckage from advanced fighter jets from a design perspective. Iran's approach to defense combines high-tech systems with low-cost solutions, creating a dynamic balance. For example, while long-range interceptors target heel-to-toe jets, smaller portable systems can strike low-flying aircraft. Drones provide reconnaissance and jamming support at relatively low expense, while underground infrastructure ensures survivability against This layered, cost-effective mix creates a formidable challenge for even the most advanced militaries, which rely heavily on expensive platforms that are not easily replaced in large numbers. Losing 30 aircraft at once is a severe cost for Israel, both financially and operationally. Given that modern fighter jets can cost tens of millions or even over $100 million each, in the case of advanced variants, the broader global implications are also significant. If Iran can successfully intercept and destroy such a large number of jets, other nations will take notice. Defense planners in countries aligned with the United States may question the effectiveness of their own air superiority doctrines in the face of modern air defense networks. Conversely, states opposed to Israel or the US may seek to emulate or acquire Iranian technology, spreading these methods across the globe. This accelerates the ongoing shift where unmanned systems, electronic warfare, and air defense integration challenge the traditional dominance of fighter jets and large-scale bombing campaigns. Another critical performance aspect is command and control. To manage such a complex interception, Iran's military would need highly efficient coordination between radar stations, missile batteries, and central command centers. Real-time communication is vital to track targets, assign weapons, and avoid confusion or friendly fire. Iran's ability to carry out this kind of coordination suggests its command structure has becoming more professional and capable of handling high-intensity conflict scenarios. This maturity adds credibility to the claim of 30 aircraft being downed, showing that Iran is not only building weapons but also training personnel to use them effectively under pressure. The event also exposes vulnerabilities in Israel's reliance on preemptive air power. For decades, Israeli doctrine has been based on striking first, striking hard, and neutralizing threats before they fully materialize. This strategy worked when adversaries lacked the means to resist, but with Iran's layered defenses and regional alliances, preemptive strikes risk triggering heavy losses instead of quick victories. The Gaza operation that triggered this interception illustrates the dangers of underestimating how prepared adversaries have become. Israel may now be forced to reconsider its reliance on air dominance and look for alternative strategies such as cyber warfare, intelligence operations, or diplomacy to achieve its goals. In essence, the shootdown of 30 Israeli fighter jets by Iran showcases the convergence of technology, doctrine, and symbolism. It is not just a matter of missiles hitting planes, but of years of preparation, domestic innovation under sanctions, strategic alliances with regional groups, and a carefully cultivated image of defiance. Each element, from the Bavar 373 to the underground missile cities, from electronic warfare tactics to the use of drones, contributes to a defense posture that can stand up to even the most advanced air forces. This integration is Iran's unique selling point, making it a formidable adversary despite lacking the sheer economic and military resources of the United States or Israel.